Welcome back, Rare Coin Insider. Imagine holding a small coin in your hand. A coin that most people would barely notice as it passes through cash registers, vending machines, and everyday transactions across the United States. The 2018 P. Roosevelt dime is one of those coins. At first glance, it appears ordinary, a simple 10-cent piece struck for circulation by the Philadelphia Mint. Yet the fascinating world of coin collecting teaches us that even the most common-looking coin can hide an extraordinary story. A story filled with history, design artistry, minting technology, collector demand, rare varieties, and in some cases values that reach astonishing heights. Today we are taking a deep journey into the remarkable story of the 2018 P. Roosevelt dime, exploring its weight, composition, mint mark, design, historical significance, mintage background, collecting appeal, rare varieties, market demand, and the extraordinary claims that sometimes surround modern coins. The Roosevelt dime has been an important part of American coinage since 1946. It was introduced shortly after the death of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, one of the most influential figures in American history. Roosevelt served as the 32nd President of the United States and guided the nation through the Great Depression and the majority of World War II. His leadership left a lasting impact on the country, and after his passing in 1945, there was strong public support for honoring him on a circulating coin. The dime was selected because Roosevelt had been closely associated with efforts to combat polio through the March of Dimes organization. This connection made the dime a fitting tribute to a president remembered by millions of Americans. The 2018 P. Roosevelt dime continues a tradition that began more than 70 years earlier. Although the design has remained largely unchanged over the decades, each year of production represents another chapter in the long-running history of this iconic American coin. The letter P found on the coin indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most important minting facilities in the United States. For many years, Philadelphia coins carried no mint mark on dimes, but modern issues generally include the P mint mark, making identification easier for collectors. One of the first characteristics collectors examine is the coin's weight. The official weight of the 2018 P. Roosevelt dime is 2.268 grams. This precise weight is established by the United States Mint and reflects modern production standards. The coin has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters and a thickness of approximately 1.35 millimeters. Despite its small size, every detail of its production is carefully controlled to ensure consistency and quality. Even slight deviations can attract attention from collectors, especially when errors occur during the minting process. The composition of the 2018 P dime is another important aspect. Unlike older dimes minted before 1965, which contained 90% silver, the modern Roosevelt dime is composed of a clad structure. It contains an outer layer made of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition provides durability while reducing production costs. The coin's distinctive appearance comes from the nickel outer layer, while the copper core becomes visible when examining the edge of the coin. Looking at the obverse, or front side, collectors immediately recognize the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt. The design was created by Chief Engraver John R. Sinek. Roosevelt faces left, and his portrait has become one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. Around the portrait appear the inscriptions Liberty and I In God We Trust, along with the year 2018. The P Mint mark is located near the date, identifying the Philadelphia Mint as the facility where the coin was produced. Although millions of these coins were struck, collectors carefully inspect the details of Roosevelt's hair, ear, jawline, and facial features when assessing condition and grading quality. The reverse side of the coin features a design rich in symbolism. At the center stands a torch representing liberty. To the left is an olive branch symbolizing peace, while an oak branch on the right symbolizes strength and independence. These elements together communicate ideals deeply associated with the American nation. The inscriptions United States of America, one dime, and E pluribus unum surround the design. Although simple, the reverse remains one of the most enduring designs in modern American coinage. When discussing value, it is important to understand the difference between ordinary circulation coins and exceptional collectible examples. Most 2018 dimes found in circulation are worth only their face value of 10 cents. However, coins preserved in exceptional condition can command premiums among collectors. Professional grading services evaluate coins according to strict standards, ranging from heavily worn examples to nearly perfect specimens. The highest grade examples are often the most desirable because they represent the finest known condition available to collectors. Many collectors search through rolls of dimes hoping to discover examples with extraordinary qualities. Some seek coins with strong strikes and brilliant surfaces, while others focus on mint errors. Mint errors occur when something unusual happens during the manufacturing process. These errors can include off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, die cracks, missing clad layers, broad strikes, and many other anomalies. While most 2018 dimes are perfectly normal, an unusual error can transform a common coin into a highly sought-after collectible. Among modern coin enthusiasts, stories often circulate about coins selling for enormous sums of money. Headlines may claim values reaching millions of dollars, attracting attention from collectors and the general public alike. When discussing a market value of $176 million, it is important to recognize that such figures are generally not associated with standard 2018 Roosevelt dimes. No verified public sale of a normal 2018 dime has approached anywhere near that amount. Instead, extraordinary values are usually linked to unique historical artifacts, legendary rarities, or sensationalized claims appearing online. Serious collectors rely on auction records, certified grades, and documented sales when determining realistic market values. Even so, the possibility of discovering something unusual keeps collectors engaged. Every year, countless individuals examine pocket change hoping to find a hidden treasure. The excitement comes from the knowledge that rare varieties and minting mistakes do exist. History has shown that seemingly ordinary coins can become valuable when unusual characteristics are discovered and documented. This spirit of exploration is one of the reasons coin collecting remains popular across generations. The Philadelphia Mint itself has a fascinating history that stretches back to the 18th century. Established in 1792, it was the first federal building erected under the Constitution of the United States. Over the centuries, the Mint has produced billions of coins and witnessed dramatic changes in technology, economics, and national development. By 2018, minting operations had become highly automated, using sophisticated machinery capable of striking coins at remarkable speeds while maintaining strict quality standards. The process of creating a Roosevelt dime begins with the preparation of metal strips. These strips are fed into machines that punch out blank discs known as planchets. The planchets are then cleaned, treated, and inspected before being struck by powerful presses. During striking, dies impress the coin's design onto both sides under tremendous pressure. The finished coins are counted, packaged, and distributed through the Federal Reserve System before eventually entering circulation. Collectors often appreciate the remarkable engineering behind this process. A dime may appear simple, but producing billions of identical coins requires extraordinary precision. Every stage of manufacturing is carefully monitored. Yet despite these controls, occasional mistakes occur, creating the mint errors that collectors find so fascinating. Another important factor affecting value is population rarity. Even if a coin has a high mintage, extremely high-grade examples may be scarce. Modern coins are often collected directly from circulation, meaning many acquire marks and abrasions shortly after leaving the mint. Coins that remain pristine can become increasingly desirable over time. Professional grading companies maintain population reports showing how many examples have been certified at each grade level. Collectors use these reports to assess scarcity and demand. For the 2018 P. Roosevelt dime, collectors frequently seek coins displaying strong luster, clean surfaces, and sharp details. Full bands designation is especially important for Roosevelt dimes. This designation refers to the horizontal bands on the torch found on the reverse side. If the bands are fully separated and sharply struck, the coin may qualify for the full bands designation, which can significantly enhance desirability. Achieving this designation requires exceptional strike quality and preservation. The modern coin market is influenced by many factors, including collector interest, economic conditions, precious metal prices, auction publicity, and registry-set competition. Registry collectors compete to assemble the finest graded sets, often driving demand for top population examples. As a result, coins that appear common can sometimes achieve impressive prices when certified at exceptionally high grades. Historical context also adds depth to the story of the 2018 P dime. By 2018, the United States economy was experiencing significant technological transformation. Digital payments were becoming increasingly common, yet billions of physical coins remained essential for commerce. The Roosevelt dime continued serving as a practical tool of everyday transactions, while simultaneously attracting attention from collectors who appreciated its history and symbolism. For many hobbyists, coin collecting is about more than financial value. Each coin serves as a miniature historical document, connecting people to events, leaders, artistic traditions, and technological achievements. A Roosevelt dime represents not only 10 cents, but also decades of American history. It honors a president who shaped the 20th century while reflecting the evolution of modern coinage. As collectors study the 2018 P dime, they often compare it with earlier Roosevelt dimes from different eras. Silver dimes minted before 1965 carry intrinsic metal value due to their silver content. Later clad issues demonstrate changing economic realities and advancements in minting technology. By examining coins across decades, collectors gain insight into broader historical trends affecting American society. The educational aspect of coin collecting is another reason the hobby continues to thrive. Young collectors frequently begin by searching through pocket change. A simple dime can inspire curiosity about history, economics, politics, metallurgy, and art. Over time, this curiosity may develop into a lifelong passion. Experienced numismatists often recall discovering a particular coin that sparked their interest years earlier. The 2018 P. Roosevelt dime may not be among the rarest coins ever produced, yet it remains part of a larger story that captivates millions of collectors worldwide. Every coin has traveled through countless hands, participated in countless transactions, and witnessed moments both ordinary and extraordinary. Some examples remain tucked away in collections, preserved in nearly perfect condition. Others continue circulating through stores, banks, and households across the nation. Understanding market value requires patience and research. Collectors examine auction records, certified populations, grading standards, and collector demand before estimating worth. While sensational claims may attract attention, informed collectors focus on documented evidence. A certified high-grade example can certainly command a premium, but realistic valuations depend on verifiable market data rather than speculation. The enduring appeal of the Roosevelt dime lies in its combination of accessibility and history. Nearly everyone has encountered a dime, yet relatively few people pause to consider the story behind it. The portrait of Franklin Roosevelt, the symbolism of the torch and branches, the precision of modern minting technology, and the excitement of potential discoveries all contribute to the coin's fascination. For collectors, each 2018p dime represents an opportunity to learn, explore, and appreciate the craftsmanship of modern coinage. Whether searching for high-grade specimens, studying mint errors, building a complete Roosevelt dime collection, or simply enjoying the history embodied in a small piece of metal, the coin offers countless avenues for discovery. And that sense of discovery remains at the heart of numismatics, transforming ordinary pocket change into a gateway to history, artistry, and the enduring pursuit of hidden treasures. As interest in the 2018p Roosevelt dime continues to grow among collectors, many begin looking beyond the basic specifications and start exploring the finer details that separate ordinary examples from exceptional ones. One of the most fascinating aspects of coin collecting is that rarity is not always determined solely by how many coins were produced. Sometimes rarity is created by survival rates, condition, striking quality, or unusual characteristics that emerge after the coins leave the mint. This is why experienced collectors often spend countless hours examining coins under magnification, searching for details that others might overlook. The journey of a 2018p dime begins long before it reaches circulation. After being struck at the Philadelphia Mint, coins are packaged in large quantities and distributed through financial institutions across the country. During transportation and handling, many coins receive small marks, scratches, and contact abrasions from other coins. Because of this, finding a perfectly preserved example becomes increasingly difficult. Collectors who specialize in modern coinage understand that even tiny imperfections can affect a coin's grade and ultimately its market value. One of the most important concepts in numismatics is grading. Coin grading provides a standardized way to evaluate condition. Professional grading services use numerical grades ranging from 1 to 70. A coin graded MS-70 is considered a perfect mint state example, with no post-production imperfections visible under magnification. Achieving this grade is extremely difficult. Even coins that appear flawless to the naked eye may show tiny defects under professional examination. Because of this, collectors are often willing to pay substantial premiums for top-graded examples. The fascination with condition rarity becomes particularly evident when examining modern issues, like the 2018p Roosevelt dime. Millions of examples may exist, yet only a small number may achieve the highest certified grades. Registry set collectors compete intensely for these elite specimens because owning one of the finest known examples can provide prestige within the collecting community. This competition occasionally drives auction prices far beyond what casual observers might expect for a 10-cent coin. Another area of interest involves mint errors. Errors are essentially accidents that occurred during production. Although the United States Mint employs strict quality control procedures, the enormous volume of coins produced each year means that occasional mistakes still escape detection. These errors often become highly collectible because they are unusual and provide insight into the minting process. An off-center strike occurs when a planchet is not properly aligned between the dies during striking. Part of the design may be missing, while the remaining details appear shifted toward one side. The value of an off-center coin generally depends on how dramatic the error is and whether important design elements remain visible. Collectors often prefer examples showing both a clear date and a significant misalignment. Another popular error is the clipped planchet. This occurs when a blank is punched from a section of metal that overlaps a previously punched area, resulting in a curved section missing from the coin. Clipped planchet errors are easily recognizable and remain popular among collectors because they visibly demonstrate a manufacturing mistake. Double strikes represent another intriguing category. These occur when a coin is struck more than once, often resulting in overlapping or distorted designs. Depending on the severity and clarity of the doubling, such errors can attract considerable collector interest. Each double-struck coin is effectively unique, adding to its appeal. Die cracks and die chips also attract attention. As mint dies wear over time, small cracks may develop on their surfaces. These cracks transfer onto coins as raised lines. In some cases, pieces of the die break away entirely, producing raised blobs or unusual features. Although many die cracks are relatively minor, dramatic examples can become collectible varieties. Missing clad layer errors are particularly fascinating because they directly affect the coin's appearance and weight. Since modern dimes consist of multiple bonded metal layers, a manufacturing problem can occasionally result in one layer being absent. Such coins often display unusual coloration and weigh less than normal examples. These dramatic differences make them highly desirable among error specialists. Collectors also search for doubled dies. Unlike machine doubling, which is generally less valuable, a true doubled die originates during the die creation process. This results in design elements appearing doubled on every coin struck from that die. Identifying a genuine doubled die requires careful study, magnification, and comparison with known varieties. The excitement of searching for these anomalies contributes significantly to the popularity of coin collecting. Millions of people continue examining pocket change because the possibility of finding something unusual remains very real. Every coin has the potential to tell a unique story. The Roosevelt dime series itself has witnessed numerous notable varieties and errors over the decades. Some have become famous within the numismatic community and now command substantial premiums. These historical examples inspire modern collectors to continue searching contemporary issues, including the 2018 P dime, for undiscovered treasures. Coin collecting also involves understanding market psychology. Value is determined not only by rarity, but also by demand. A coin may be scarce, but if few collectors desire it, prices may remain modest. Conversely, a coin with widespread collector interest can command strong premiums even when relatively available. The interaction between supply and demand forms the foundation of every collectible market. Auction records play an important role in establishing values. When a particularly exceptional coin sells publicly, collectors gain valuable information regarding current market trends. Auction results are carefully studied because they provide documented evidence of what buyers are actually willing to pay. Serious collectors rely on these records rather than rumors or exaggerated claims. Stories about ordinary coins being worth millions often circulate online. Such stories capture attention because they appeal to the dream of discovering life-changing wealth in everyday pocket change. While genuinely valuable coins do exist, experienced collectors understand the importance of verification. Authentication, grading, provenance, and documented sales history all play critical roles in determining legitimacy. The claim of a 2018 P Roosevelt dime being worth $176 million would require extraordinary evidence. In the world of collectibles, values at that level are typically associated with unique historical artifacts rather than modern circulation coins. Nevertheless, the persistence of such stories reflects the enduring fascination people have with hidden treasures and rare discoveries. The educational benefits of coin collecting extend far beyond monetary considerations. Through coins, collectors learn about American history, economics, politics, metallurgy, manufacturing technology, and artistic design. A single dime can serve as a gateway to understanding broader historical developments. The Roosevelt dime, for example, encourages exploration of Franklin Roosevelt's presidency, the Great Depression, World War II, and the March of Dimes campaign. Many collectors eventually specialize in particular areas. Some focus exclusively on Roosevelt dimes. Others collect modern issues, mint errors, Philadelphia Mint products, or coins from specific years. Specialization allows collectors to develop expertise and appreciate details that might otherwise go unnoticed. As years pass, the 2018 Roosevelt dime becomes a historical artifact in its own right. Future generations may view it as a representative example of early 21st century coinage. What seems modern today will eventually become part of numismatic history. This transformation highlights one of the most fascinating aspects of collecting. Every old coin was once new. The best collections often reflect personal passion rather than financial goals alone. Some collectors pursue complete date and mint-mark sets. Others seek the finest available examples. Some focus on unusual errors, while others simply enjoy the thrill of searching circulation. There is no single correct way to collect coins. The diversity of approaches contributes to the hobby's enduring appeal. Ultimately, the story of the 2018 Roosevelt dime is about much more than 10 cents. It is a story of history, craftsmanship, technology, symbolism, curiosity, and discovery. It connects modern Americans with a legacy that began decades ago when Franklin Roosevelt's image first appeared on the dime. It reflects the work of artists, engravers, engineers, and mint employees who transform raw metal into objects used by millions of people every day. And perhaps that is the greatest lesson of all. Extraordinary stories are often hidden within ordinary objects. A small dime may seem insignificant at first glance, yet it carries generations of history in the palm of your hand. It has traveled through businesses, homes, pockets, banks, and collections. It has witnessed countless moments in everyday life while quietly preserving a connection to the past. So the next time you receive change, take a closer look at the coins you hold. Examine the details, study the designs, and consider the journey each coin has taken. You may discover an interesting variety, a valuable error, or perhaps simply a deeper appreciation for the remarkable history contained within a tiny piece of metal. Whether the coin is worth 10 cents or far more, the true treasure lies in the knowledge, excitement, and sense of discovery that coin collecting brings. The 2018 Roosevelt dime reminds us that every coin has a story, every collector has a dream, and every search carries the possibility of uncovering something unforgettable. That spirit of curiosity continues to inspire collectors around the world, ensuring that the legacy of this small yet fascinating coin will endure for generations to come.